It's the 13th of November 2004, and this is Rosa Krowska for the British Chinese Workforce Heritage Project, and I'm here with Raymond Yip, just having a follow-up on our earlier interview, because we're doing an exhibition in Haringey, so I'm just going to ask you some questions more about Haringey itself. So, when did you first come to Haringey?
In Haringey, you mean 1997? 1997, that's right, yeah.
97.
Yeah, this is my first job in it. It lasts until now. I applied the job in the centre, so I became a worker from 1997. So that's why I moved, to here. Yeah.
And where were you living before?
Before, I was born in Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I left Hong Kong, 1971, and I went to Canada for studying. And then in 1980, after my studying, I went to Belgium to develop my business for 17 years. And then I come back, to London. I come to London, in 1997.
Okay, so you came from Belgium to London to a job in Haringey?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. That's why this is the first, names I heard it because when I applied the job, here.
So it was the first place you heard of in London?
You mean Haringey? Yeah. Normally I know London Centre, not Haringey. That's right. Yeah.
And so when you moved here, what were your first impressions of the borough?
Oh, the borough. It's just diverse communities. So many different kinds of communities, around this area. Yeah, at that time, yeah.
And did you move with your family?
Yes. Yeah, after 1 year, and our family, moved the whole family to here, to Haringey, yeah.
And how did they find it? Did your children go to local school?
Oh yes, yeah. Firstly, it's quite difficult to get to adapt it because in different language, in the Europe, in Belgium. So that's why when he came here, so we have to get a local school to adapt that situation, the changes. But fortunately, because when we was in Belgium, we used to to listen to the radio and to the TV on BBC, so that's why it's quite easy for the children to catch up, for the English, they can. So it's quite.
And do they enjoy living in
Haringey? During this, yes, I think it's definitely different, yeah, because probably they have no choice; they have to follow us, right? All right, yeah, it's good, yeah. It's quite, because it's quite close, to my workplace, and even the work for my wife. My wife's working in Haringey, in the Middlesex University, so it's quite convenient. That's why we decided to stay in here.
And what does your wife do?
Oh, he's a medical secretary,
Okay.
in North Middlesex Hospital.
Chinese traditional medicine or Western?
You mean
NHS?
NHS? In NHS,
NHS.
yeah. No.
Okay. And when you moved from Belgium, what did you bring with you?
You mean myself? Oh, I came over here by myself first. So I tried to settle down because I tried to get a job and then started to settle down. So after I got a job and then I started to rent a place and move the whole family. That is the way to do it. Yeah. So my family moved here, after 1 year in the next summer. So after I settled down and get some saving first and then for a while to move over here.
Yeah.
See, normally it's a year preparation then. It's okay. Yeah.
And how old were your children when they moved?
Oh, the first one is 13, and the youngest one is in year 5. Year 5 should be normally easy. 9.
9.
9. Yeah, year 9.
Okay. And do they still live in Haringey?
Oh yes, Not now. Now after the graduation, my first my first son, last year he was in Haringey, but this year, last summer he went to Beijing, for new exploration. I mean, for the job opportunity and my daughter, the daughter also went back to Hong Kong to get a job over there because that's right. And then when she have a job there, and then she's settled down there probably. Yeah. So only the second son is still here. He work in downtown, in the IT firms. That's why she's living with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In the high street?
Yeah, in the high street probably. I don't know the name of that, but he said he went back to the. So 3 children, only one, the second son still there. Okay.
And so the others, it's like they've gone back to China.
Because of job opportunities, I think. Because the last 2 years is not so good. That's why. That's the reasons. Yeah. Otherwise, you prefer to stay here. Even my children, my daughter said, she preferred to work here, to live here, because Hong Kong is more. The competition is too great. Maybe the culture, you get used to this kind of culture. I mean, London culture. But the job opportunity, especially when they're young, that's why they're more adventurous or something. That's not it.
It's interesting because you came from Hong Kong for the jobs in Europe, and then now they've going back for the jobs.
Opportunity is better than they say. That's what they said.
It's interesting. And so in the how many years? Many 20 odd years you've been in Haringey.
Yes.
How has the borough changed, or any special developments that you've noticed?
Oh yes, I think before it was now it's more cleaner. It's more. I think the environment is so cleaner. Maybe the Haringey Council have done this thing, and the street is so busy and people are so concentrated, and high street, is so people. It's very famous because you see to buy things. There are a lot of variety and things, and then it's cheaper than the other area. And the high street, is so concentrated between two stations. So it's lovely. People love to to shop around.
You mean because Wood
Green and Turnpike Lane, two stations. That is two stations, and in between the high street. The high street between that. So that's everything is concentrated and together. So and also they found that to buy things is more cheaper and more variety. When the people say that
than other boroughs in London.
Than the other boroughs around it. So that's why they love to come here. They say they sometimes when you come to Wood Green, you can get everything you want at the same time. So you save a lot of time, right? And even the price is more cheaper than the others. That's what they say.
Okay. And is this your the community centre users? That's what they say.
And the centre, our centre normally is a meeting place. That's why they come together to take a lunch there, or to meeting the friends, to chat here, and then it's a meeting point. So because they go to shopping, just like in the morning he came here, and then he goes shopping, and then he buy things in there and put it here, and then take the lunch from us, and then going home. So he's kind of doing shopping together and meeting friends together. So that's why it's just a good place for them to stay. Yeah.
Okay.
And now nowadays, because more Chinese migrants new from mainland China, small people, you can see more Chinese living in this area. Probably this is so the transport is so convenient. You have the Piccadilly line, you see, and then so there are more. I think more Chinese, more people coming here, and also I think I found that now in the last 10 years, the EU. I mean the European, unions. Just so many. You can hear before. You can hear English now. Now you hear different languages. So there's more people are living in this area because maybe in the North London, maybe the standard living was just cheaper. That's why I think more variety of Europeans. That's my impression is that there can be so many.
And do you think, so why do you think there's still, so the new Chinese migrants, they're still coming to live in Haringey?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, probably because, now, because, the Chinese community, because they're friends. The friends, when they live here, they like to together to live in the area. And besides, this area probably, is in the rent or the property value is more, cheaper than the other borough. Probably that's why. And also the transportation. Normally they have we have a Chinatown, right? Some people, if they're working in the Chinatown, so we have a Piccadilly line, it take 20 minutes or 25 minutes to arrive. It's quite, that's why this is a good area for them.
So many of the new migrants, their job is in Soho.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, most of them.
And they sleep.
They live there. Yeah. They try to live here. Accommodation is probably around. So when it's quite expensive. You will live in London. In London. That's why. So that's why they will choose the most easy way to get to central London. That's the Piccadilly line. It's always the easiest. That's probably that's why they choose it. Yeah. That is the why it depends on the easy way to get to go to work and so on. It saves a lot of time. You see when you live in some I got some members told me that they live in Barnet. And then you take a lot of transfer and then think it takes a lot of times to going to work, 1 or 2 hours sometimes to get up earlier, and then just like before before I moved to 1997, before I got the job, I live in my brother-in-law's place. He was I think his house is in East Park. So I have to wake up at 6 o'clock to come back here to work. So it takes a long time. It's very important transportation, So that's why the Chinese was more concentrated living in this area.
Okay. And do you still live in Haringey now?
Me? Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, sure.
Which area do you?
Oh, Wood Green. I mean, N22.
Ah,
that
okay.
was,
And how do you feel about the life in Haringey?
Life in Haringey, I mean, I already get used to it, That's why what I just mentioned, it's convenience and all the standard living is normally cheaper. That's why. And now the environment is going better. I mean, it's more, the Haringey Council do something on that. And I think when you compare with the climb, I think it now is better. I feeling it's better. You have more CCTV but you still alert. You have to alert the things, right? But you still, I've been living here for more than 15 years. I think it's more for myself. My opinion is it's okay. It's more get used to it. It's more secure if you. That's what I think.
But even only 2 years ago, there was the riots.
Oh yes, riot.
In Haringey.
Riot, and riot is a kind of it existed before, right? What is it? The Broadwater Farm case.
Yeah,
right?
Broadwater Farm. Yeah.
That's right. It happens sometimes. It's an incident, I think it's well, I don't know.
And do you think the Chinese community was involved in the riots, or?
No, I don't think so. No, definitely, they don't. Especially politics, they are not so interesting in politics. No, you see, the language problem and also the behavior. No, they don't. They are not so. I can say they're not so aggressive. No, it's a demand. Yeah,
I think so. And what did your community members, the older members here, what did they think of the riots?
The riot. This is normally because they think the riot is kind of insecure or something like that, because they are. I think they are not. Because most of the elder people they are not say it's racial things, and I think these are kind of stability things they're worrying about. Some kind of things.
So they're worried. They're worried about safety.
Safety, the neighborhood safety as well. The fire would be more. It's not so good, that kind of things.
Yeah. But they're not worried about
the
racist.
The equality. No, not really. So sensitive on that kind of things, because maybe the things, their language, they can't communicate with others. So how can you say that discrimination there? Sometimes they don't understand you. They understand that, that's why. But normally when they have problem, they come to us. I mean, for the problem, so that you see them. They don't have a direct, contact with other things, other police or anything.
Oh, so they would come to you first?
First, normally they will come.
Not the police.
Not the. Yes, but sometimes they go the police, and then when they have contact with the police, and they will come back to us to ask for help for interpretation and things like that. And then when we realize that things, and we know the culture, so we can know, how to explain it to them, so there will be no misunderstanding between the others.
And in the years that you've been working here, would you say the kind of police, when people come to you for advice for the police, is it because they've been attacked or something to do with their property or
stolen things? Normally the things, just like the dispute between neighbors, noise, most of the time, and also the robbery and also kind of thing. That kind of things, it happens. Not saying that, but so we always help them to report to the police and those things, so to reduce their frustrations. So that's why it's okay. Sometimes they always say. Sometimes they may say to me, the police's response so late, or they come late. They don't care. Sometimes they don't understand. Sometimes you have the system, this kind of things. So that's why. So after we explain it to them, then they will accept that. So it's quite important, our Chinese center to do this kind of things, cultural things,
Okay. But they don't suffer any attacks because of Chinese.
The racism.
Yeah.
It's not often, because sometimes is runs very small cases. Sometimes I think it's a big issue. It's a small one, maybe some language or something like that kind of thing. When you shouting each other or something like that. So really attack, not in big cases. I haven't done.
So it's quite harmonious.
Right, it's quite common. I've been working here for more than 15 years. Before, not a so serious case, just like attacking the Chinese really because of racism. Not to my knowledge.
That's good.
Well, maybe they don't report it to us. I don't know. That's fine.
Okay. And do you have any special, memorable experiences of working here, living here? Oh
yes, there's some. Normally we have John Yuan, because in the 2000, in the year of 2000, we have a John Yuan. We have to apply for lottery funding. We combined 5 centers: Asian Center, Irish Center, African Caribbean Center, and Cyprus Center. To have a John Yuan in there's a Duckers Command. That's what Yuan. We did it. So it's quite interesting to try to raise our profile, the community at that time, and recently, we have last year we also have a John Yuan with others, a white center the housing related advice center, also to provide our our image, our profile. It's quite good. The people when we have to perform some performance, and then it's quite interesting because our children, our school children, provide a dancing. There's a dance group, and then they are so attractive. That they're all quiet, and it's quite enjoyable. That's great. Yeah. Another event is the the music event. We have a joint event with the Islington Chinese Center. We try to promote, to inspire the talent, the music talent for our school, Chinese school, and then that we started on April this year, and the performance is quite. It's amazing because some of the performance is so high standard, and then the audience are so appreciated with the performance in there. It's quite good. That is very attractive. Yeah. And about the service, it is quite before and now. Last year we started here. We worked together with a local chemist, because and then the chemist work with the pharmacy, work with the GP and take all the prescription. Because our elderly people they say they took the medicines, so many medicines. They're always confusing that, So we after we have a partnership with the chemist, and they put it in the blister box. Morning, the medicine for morning, medicine for afternoon. And then they simply easily they can mix up. They can take it more frequently, because and then Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday to Sunday, because elder people sometimes forget. After they took the medicines and then they may forget and take it again. So you may overdose. So this have to avoid that one. So after a few months, I got a feedback from the GP saying, definitely that is a significant change, because they have more punctually to take the medicine. That's right. We have to that's why our college our staff sticks the Chinese translation on that blister box Monday, Tuesday, and then they follow that instruction. Definitely we improve their health. It helps a lot of the GP are very appreciative with that. So when they have a blood test and then they say, oh, everything is become normal then. So that's why they say it's good. So and now we still have the discount service. That's why I thought this is a very good for people. Yeah, that's one thing. It's interesting. Yeah.
So good.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
right.
It must be difficult to understand the prescription when it's another language.
Exactly. Yeah, they mix up everything. They say now even I give you an example there. Sometimes the medicine change the cover, change the different color. Even the color, they say, oh, how come my GP give me the different kind of medicine? But it's exactly the same, because he don't understand the word. She say only change the package is changing. They think it's wrong. Say, no, I didn't take that. I didn't take that. They refuse to take it. That's why. Yeah, especially for those who have diabetes and that kind of thing, you must take the medicine punctually and accurately, right? That's why. And now it's better now, because we have to follow up. Yeah. And also we have a warranty, pharmacy, a registered pharmacy in Chinese, and then you can explain it to them, and she know them. So you will sometimes, because of the medicine you have to take in the morning is more effective in the morning or more effective in the evening, and then they all mix up, sometimes. So always eating twice a day, make everything up. Yeah, some of the elder people they have to take even 5, 6, 7 different kinds of medicines a day. So that is good to solve the problem.
And the pharmacist is he?
She
based in Haringey?
No, she's living in Barnet, I think so.
Barnet?
Yeah, she is the parents of one of my Chinese school students. So that's why. And
she comes here.
He comes here to help.
Oh, that's really interesting.
That's why. Yeah, it's quite good. It's a volunteer.
The rest of the week, she's a pharmacist.
I think she got a job, in Booth or something in Alabama. She's a pharmacist. She's working part-time because she's got a family. So, yeah.
I think we've covered everything.
Mm.
Unless is there anything else you want to talk about Haringey?
Yes. Yeah. Haringey, I think, for myself, I think it's more secure and more better. I think for me, so when you compare with the 10 years ago, and then it's more people, and then it's more prosperous. I think even they're changing they are working on some renovation work now, but it always looks better, looks good. Good. I hope so. For me, it's good.
So it's an
improving. Yeah, I do see the improvement there.
Yeah.
Even the roads and things, along our houses, they are changing things. But I still found people, throwing letters, things. It's not government. It's not the council. So it's for it's personal things, personal behavior control. Like. But in general speaking, it's good. You can it's quite convenient. You can buy to transport things, kind of things. So yeah, and then. Even you drive the highway, it's so easy. The 406, for me, it's good. So not only the others, because probably there's some parents with different concept about. If they are just younger children, they may think about the school. It's not so good here. That is another reason, right? But I don't have the reasons, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
Is that
that's it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. Thank you for meeting us again. It's really interesting.
You're welcome.